For me, Strawberry, my honest to God problem is that I have trust issues and I can't trust other people at all. Um, and I mean, after this, who can fucking blame me? 15 people all ganging up on one? That's pre-planned. So, realistically, I came to figure out, hey, did Chris rape Barb? Did Barb rape Chris? Was it the chicken or the egg? I was curious. And as soon as I realized that, hey, somebody might have my sex tape, even if it's with my ex, I don't want to hurt her. Everything that I've done has been to protect others, but, again, I don't want to be some fucking hero. I wanted to do some, faggy, trolling of kids on a Discord for fun. That's... Because I came to have fun and laugh at people, but also figure out that, And so it's this whole time, it's been hard to know who I could actually trust and, who's setting me up. So I had to act the same pretty much with almost everybody, the exception being Angry Canadian. Because, he doesn't know everything. He might not know everything that I've claimed him to know. But based off his reactions, I could tell that he wasn't really leaking stuff out of context to make me look bad, but to bait. And I am a bit of a troll. I troll a little bit in real life, not anywhere near as much, because, I like most people. Minimum wage employees don't deserve to be trolled at their jobs. Unless they're assholes. The other day, I'll fucking say it. This bitch, she didn't bag my stuff, and she got, really pissed off that I bagged my own stuff, and, ran out of the store to yell at me. I, of course, ignored her, because, the police know me here, so what the fuck do I care? What is she gonna do? Throw something at me and get in trouble with the police? Oh no. So I didn't feel scared. And so I didn't react. Right? When I'm scared, I'll react weird. Not to mention, because of how expensive this horrible rat-infested hotel is, I have been hangry most of the time. And, honestly, if I was in a better living situation, I would be able to handle this sort of thing, pick up on it way faster, that, I'm doing what I asked and what I wanted to do. But I had no direct, confirmation, which, yeah, you don't get it when you ask to do something like that, but I'm rusty. Alright, it's been a long time since I RP'd, guys. But yeah, no, I've always been a pretty good RP fighter because I'm so confusing. And my things can be easily taken out of context. So if you don't read the whole post, guess what? You're gonna get one posted. It's lazy, it's cheap, but at the same time, it weeds out people that, I couldn't learn from. Every time that you lose, you should learn from something. And so, honestly, I've definitely lost too. Even in this, although the time that I would lose in this is, not really a loss. It's more of, every time I got upset, it's because I realized that I couldn't trust somebody and that they were trusting other people way more than they trusted me. And they wouldn't even ask me things. And most of the people that I have posted about or gotten hangry about, they're the ones who, like, when I go to block them, they're like, I'm trying to help you, I love you, this is all about you, and I'm just like, why is this about me? Everybody else is like, nobody cares. And I'm like, yeah, not exactly true, because most of you knew what was going on anyways, so you cared. And it's all the lying. That's why I was lying back. Because, like, if you lie to me, I get to lie to you. Fair is fair. I understand why people had to lie. But by now, they're all pretty much tied together, I think. They were probably all tied together a month or two back, but... Or not a month or two back, but a month back. I meant a week or two. But still, when you're being gaslit and manipulated, and you have been your whole life, it's hard to know who has good intentions for you. Who actually is trying to help. Because, yeah, once I realized, oh shit, the people who led me to Kiwi Farms were already there, then, it's very obvious that they're trying to set me up as a lolcow. So what you do is you act totally fucking insane. Because then, people are going to focus on the insanity. That's called a distraction. You're going to muddy the water because the people who need to know already fucking know. Alright? And, if anybody learns anything from this, then my actions will have been worth it for others. But beyond that, it is kind of for myself, yes. Because a lot of things. But the main thing is, like, yeah, I want to be an example, that, like, lolcows might have somebody really close to them that's manipulating them. And if you manipulate them to do bad things, you're only going to put them in a worse spiral. That's borderline to do on somebody who won't learn. And I get it. I get why you would do that. And it's like, I learn way too fast to empathize with certain kinds of people. If I see something, and even if it's, like, extreme, and I go, could that apply to me in any bit of a way? I wanted to kind of change that, unless it's something about me that, I like. Like I like being transgender. So when people call me a he, I'm just like, well, if I was... Okay, I'm just gonna fucking say it. If my parents, because I am intersex, chose female instead of male, all of you would have understood me much faster. All of you. But instead, you guys all projected yourselves onto me, and you all assumed that I thought exactly like you. When there's probably only a couple of you that think exactly like I do. I only need tard wrangling when I know people are fucking monitoring me. Okay? To make that completely and abundantly fucking clear. If I call myself dumb at this point, I'm only insulting other people. So I can't even do that anymore. It was foolhardy. It was reckless. But I'm not going to call it dumb. Ian said not to worry, and I should have trusted Ian more. But beyond that, I really can't think of anything that I did besides maybe talking too much, which really can't you can fucking blame me for talking so much? Really? Like if those are the worst things. And that's exactly what Angry Canadian is pointing out, how it's like if you don't fuck with me, I'm a regular, normal, functioning human being, and I want to get help, and I want to succeed, and I want to grow, but when everybody lies to me, and, lies about me, then I'm just going to go into a depression spiral. Because I like blaming my failures on myself, and my mind can't rectify when I've failed and it's not because of me. I get it. Oh, it's because of who you are personally, but that's not really true. I'm not like my father or my mother at all. I've got parts of them inside me, but my mom lies all the time about important things that she should just tell her child. My sister lies about me all the time. At one of my jobs, one of my first jobs, McDonald's, in fucking place that you all know about, apparently. Sarah did call them, and I believe it was my manager Bonnie who told me about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't believe that bullshit. I know you." And, that's the thing. As my life went on, I was pushed farther away from people that actually knew me, and so lies about me became easier and easier to believe. And so, of course I'm hurt, of course I'm upset. I will be angry with some of the people that tried to help, because I think that you guys only caused more harm. Because I do listen to authority figures, very obviously. As long as they're friendly to me. They don't have to agree with me. They just have to be civil and explain why I don't do the thing. Or they have to say, "Hey, here's my badge. I've got this." Because if I don't know who the fuck you are, or what the fuck you do for a living, why the hell do I think that you have, the resources available to actually help against cyberstalking that has definitely gone on for quite a while? Because, I legit hope that lady gets help. I doxed her because what I said that she said is what she said. And there is there is definitely a police report on it. I know that she was released afterwards, so she's not a threat to herself or others. But I know that her husband probably is a threat to others. And I really, really, truly hope that she, because she seemed completely out of touch and just completely losing it. So I really hope she gets the help that she needs too. Hint. Fucking hint. And before anybody goes in, "Oh, are you adding on to my burden?" I don't care. You guys have added on to my burden so much that, you know what? I don't care. But most of you probably... Not most of you. Some of you already kind of picked up on why I did that, and why I don't dox random people when I go out to like Walmart or like, you know, the gas station, and they know my in-jokes and they smile and laugh at them. 'Cause they know. And when somebody's being wholesome about it, it's not scary. It's not something that you have to be paranoid about. But I do have social anxiety. I've always had social anxiety because my parents took me out of school and homeschooled me up until like 6th grade. And so I had like no socialization skills. And I learned a ton by the time I got to high school, but it's just like, it's hard, it's just hard for me to know who to trust. And so I trusted the wrong people, and if I had trusted other people, my life would be different. And that's where my too trusting comes in. I was too trusting 10 years ago. I'd say I stopped trusting anybody in my life in 2016, early 2016. I'll just call it March. March 2016 is when I stopped trusting anybody. I still had faith in people, but essentially I kind of figured, I couldn't really trust anybody, especially with not things about myself. And so that's why I don't really like to share details and secrets about myself. So that's why it was so hard to do all of this. But I recognized before I fucking offered my help exactly what was going on. Again. Spooky. I knew back in 2019. No Leaks is a bad avatar to use if you're not from Kiwi Farms. But hey, some of you knew. Some of you knew all along. I've not been terminally online like you faggots have. I tried living a life. And, apparently, other people got really jealous of that. It's very apparent at this point. And I don't care what happens to them. They've dug their own hole. They've dug their own grave. Apparently, according to Strawberry, 15 of them. And if Strawberry is who I think they are, then that person has the thickest skin that I've ever seen on a person. So, I kind of trust their word more than, the 15 people who immediately dogpiled and went, "Oh my god, this girl that's a submissive and into daddies, she's gonna rape me because she tops people when they ask her to." When people ask me to do things, I usually don't mind doing them. But that's changed. That's pretty much my lesson in this, is I'm not going to help anybody that hasn't helped me. That's my lesson.